Okay, hi, I'm Bob Coates, Farmer Bob, here at Sugarview Farms, Wantage, New Jersey. It's been a very cold day. It hasn't hit 32 yet, so that means the sap stopped flowing. The weather is so much a predictor of what farm life is about. You have to work with all the elements, weather being the first one. Okay, I think chapter 1 is planning for the next season and learning from all your mistakes. And the first thing is, there could never be too much firewood. So this is what the morning was. Go out and find some dead wood in the forest that's already very little splitting, maybe in half, or make some kindling. The splitter's ready to go if it wants to cooperate in this kind of temperature. The wood stack should be 3 times that size, at least. I think last year to make 11 gallons of syrup, it took 5 cords of wood. So in doing the math, I would have done better if I just sold the firewood. But it's like maintaining the property. You gotta pick it up, it's a gift, and then we'll go see what it's like to tap a tree. Today was a high of 31, but tomorrow they say locally 45. I'll be lucky if I see 40 up here on the hill. First thing we need is a pair of gloves. Doesn't matter what they look like, as long as it's a pair. It's kind of like socks. Then you have to assess your trees. Yeah, the tree has to be at least 10 inches. So that looks like a good tree, and that even looks like a bigger and maybe better, because, well, they both fork at the top. Pretty good available sunlight here along the road. So, now I don't have the old brace and bit like the old farmers did, and I don't have a team of horses, but I do have a drill and a hammer. It's something to drive the spile in with. Not enough pockets. Usually an extra spackle bucket helps. Carry all the tools. You need a bucket. It's helpful this snowy season and rain to have a lid, and you need a spile. In deference to Mary Jakeman, this is how she started me out. With 25 of these for the school environmental site. I told her I'd like to do a demonstration, and that was quite a few years ago. Here I am now doing it for myself full time. Let's get to the tree. If you put in a 3-inch hole, it's going to take about 15 years for that wood behind that hole to heal. So you're better off with a smaller bit and no more than 1.5 inches. If you have smooth bark. If you have real heavy bark, then you may have to go 3 inches to get to the good wood. But the thing is, you can almost tell immediately if you get white wood immediately. So I'm gonna go right here. Now, some farmers would say you want that morning sun to melt your spile. At 31 degrees, I doubt there's gonna be any syrup for now, but it should be immediate. A little bit of an angle. And a better drill would be nice. That should do it. Nah, maybe another 1/2 inch. It's all guesswork from here. That's a nice clean wood. Nope, no syrup yet. Normally on a nice warm day tapping, it'll be flowing before you even get the spile in. Yeah, normally it will fill up by the time you get the spile in the hole. And we'll put a lid on it for rain and snow. These are from the old Dominion and Grimm, made in Canada. That's it. You should normally hear it's ironic, it's almost like a human heartbeat. If you get a tree that 70 beats a minute, you're doing well. And that's what you do. And it's good to collect at least once a day. It's easy. You don't even have to take the bucket off the tree. Have a bucket to pour it in. Empty it out. Make sure the lid's on there for wind and rain and snow, and you're good to go. And tomorrow, if it's 40 degrees, I expect that bucket to be up to here. Yesterday, there's a typical example that never thawed out today. Now, if you want to taste that, it's just a little flavored icicle. I'll do it. I can't say how sweet it is, but it's not like sucking on an ice cube. It has a little maple in it, pardon me, so you can hear me. Now, it was still running last night at 6 o'clock. The sap didn't freeze. The syrup doesn't freeze, the sap does. Oh, it's totally solid. So now it would be like I need a warm day in order to get it out, or bang up the pot. But the ratio of a good tree, this one had some storm damage. One whole branch came off, and that's what's laying up here. This one turned into firewood. But this too, I can take it, I can collect all the pots, take them up to the house and thaw them out, or just wait for nature to take its course. It's naturally preserved in ice now, and you want to process the syrup as quick as you can after you've tapped and collected. But this will preserve itself until it's warm enough to come out of the pot. We can add more to it. That's the idea of using at least a 2-gallon pot. You can use a gallon milk jug if you want. Do it the old-fashioned way. Recycle as often as you can. We hope for warmer weather tomorrow. And you can see well, let's see. I'll walk over to this one, see if everything was in this pot. Everything was empty last night. And this is of my own doing. A different contraption to hanging it. A different kind of spile. A metal as opposed to plastics. This is pretty. Now, I was saying before, if I... Oh, hear that? So, I'll take the lid off. I'll show you. It's not pure sugar. It's not maple syrup yet. The sugary portion didn't freeze. The watery portion did. So separating that, putting it on a screen or some kind of a sieve. If I shake it all up like a snow cone and then put it over a colander, just the sugar water comes out. The ice stays. You pretty much discard it or save it for a real warm spell, and then you have your own refrigeration. You can always add the water back to it. This means it's going to require more firewood. And I kind of follow my own trail to make sure I don't miss any trees. Let's see what this one is. go up and split some wood. Put more wood in there later. It's almost a finished batch. But you can put a dipstick in there and see that down to about an inch of syrup. It's gone from sap to almost syrup. It'll have to be drawn off and filtered, and then go inside and finish it to the right chemical temperature. But for now, it's just boiling down, and that's something I can do in the dark when I go back inside. Through the house.